Always nice when we can chat with our Winnipeg Bureau Chief, John Liu. It's been a while. John, great to see you. And Rick Bowness deciding to keep Nick Ehlers on that second line Tuesday against Seattle. And I know for a lot of Jets fans, John, the way that Bowness has been using Ehlers this season has them a bit frustrated. Statistically speaking, he's more productive on the top line. So can you take us through the coach's decision to play Ehlers on the second line?
Well, Jay, the main decision why, or the main reason why Rick Bowness chooses to keep Nikolaj Ehlers on the second line stems from just his decision making, his puck management, because everybody knows that Nikolaj Ehlers has dazzling speed, puck skills, his ability to create. It's at a level that there's nobody else on the Jets roster that is able to do some of the things that Ehlers does. The problem is that sometimes Ehlers will put himself in the situation where, in Rick Bowness's mind, is that if he's not holding on to the puck and using his skill and creativity to basically maintain possession of the puck, then Ehlers is prone towards making decisions that puts the puck into dangerous areas, that basically he's making low percentage plays. He's forcing the issue, and that's something it goes against the grain. It's something that whether it's Rick Bowness or Paul Maurice before him or really any NHL coach, they're not crazy about that sort of tendency, that pattern, because more than anything, NHL coaches value consistency, even if a player is dazzlingly skilled. And so from Ehlers' standpoint, if his puck management was a little bit more judicious, then I think that he would get more rope from Rick Bowness. But the other thing, too, is that the Jets have kind of a logjam in their top six at left wing because Kyle Connor only plays on the left wing. And as the Jets' premium sniper, he works very well with Mark Scheifele. Scheifele was singing his praises today after the game. You know that Kyle Connor is going to get preference on that top line assignment. Whereas Ehlers, he can play left, he can play right. And Bowness does like Ehlers on the left side more than he does the right, simply because when Ehlers is attacking the offensive zone on his strong side, his shot is better, it's more effective. He can score from some crazy angles. We saw it a week and a half ago in Chicago when he doesn't shoot and holds onto the puck and curls in the offensive zone on his strong side. He can hold on to it for a long time and make plays, find his line mates, and that's what Rick Bowness is looking for him to do. So really, Jay, the way I look at it is Ehlers is kind of like the brilliant mad scientist who works at an absolutely dizzying pace. But the problem is that when the experiments go wrong, well, that's going to go against his boss's wishes. That's going to take him out of his good graces. And so if Ehlers can bring a little bit more consistency, I think that he will give Bowness more options and more to think about in terms of his deployment, which could put him on the top line more often, simply because when you take a look at when Ehlers has been on the top line, as you alluded to at the beginning, Ehlers with Scheifele and Connor in the 8 games that they've been together, the team's gone 7-1. Those line mates as a trio were all averaging nearly a point per game. When Ehlers was filling in for Connor from mid-December to mid-January, with Gabriel Velarde on the right wing with Scheifele and Ehlers in center and left wing, well, the numbers were even more dramatic, that they outscored their opposition by about a 3-1 pace, and the team's record was fantastic. And so that's what gets fans frustrated, is that Ehlers isn't used in that position more, but Bowness has his reasons, and it has primarily to do with Ehlers' decision-making. So, you know what? Ehlers has been in the league for 9 years now. He's 28. When a player gets to that stage of his career, it's hard to change things. But if he can change that one fundamental element of his game, then I think we could see him more on the top line.
Let's talk about Kevin Cheveldayoff. He got off to an early start in terms of trades, picks up Sean Monahan from Montreal back on February the 2nd. Do you get the sense that he is not done and he will continue to add as we head toward Friday's deadline, John?
Yeah, Jay, I think that I really think that Kevin Cheveldayoff made his big move. He made his big acquisition very early, more than a month ago, and the results have shown up that in the record, the Jets are 9-5 since acquiring Sean Monahan at even strength, whether it's in the offensive or defensive zone. Bowness has been very complimentary about Monahan's play. His face-off percentage has been the best on the Jets, amongst the Jets centers, and he's been a key contributor in the bumper position on the power play, and he's been logging minutes on the penalty kill as well. So he's come as advertised. He's been a very key contributor since the team acquired him, and so I think that was something that the Jets absolutely needed to address, was their 2C position. Now, I have a feeling that if they were going to make a move between now and Friday afternoon, my guess is that it would be on defense, simply because the Jets blue liners, their 7 rear guards on the active roster, have a combined total of 245 games of NHL playoff experience. On the farm, they don't have anybody with any NHL playoff experience. So if there was an injury or injuries, then the Jets blue line could be a little bit exposed. And this is a team that has designs on going deep in this playoff run. So I could see them shoring up their depth on the blue line. On offense, not so sure that they really are going to make a move because, again, getting back to the Jets' top 6, if you get effective use of Nikolaj Ehlers and for the time being with Sean Monahan, then that does address the secondary scoring after the top line. If they were going to go after a scoring winger, well, the price is going to be extraordinarily high. They're going to be in competition with other clubs looking for the same type of player. And so I think that if the Jets are going to make a move, Jay, it's going to be nibbling around the edges between now and Friday, not swinging for the fences and making a big move like Kevin Cheveldayoff made in acquiring Sean Monahan.
And no matter how the team looks, the team will be finalized Friday after the deadline, and they will finish off their home and home in Seattle against the Kraken Friday night. John Lu, always great to chat with you, my friend.
Pleasure, Jay.